Hello, Dan Lascarbo, VP of Marketing for Iris North America, here with Abigail Lutwak from ACA. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate being here in the Optimist Brief. So the Optimist Brief is really all about a sort of counterpoint to the negativity around the industry. And thank you for being here as a CMO. I did some digging on ACA, and basically you're fighting for the little guy. Do you want to talk about sort of what that is? And I'm proud to provide some opinions on that as well.
Okay,
but tell me what you do from day to day.
So, yes, we're the good guys. We help our consumer, those that were pretty much into a timeshare. So sometimes people feel like they're buying an asset, they're going to have those dream vacations, they're really gonna be with their families enjoying this. And the reality is it's not an asset, it's a liability for life. And being the good guys, helping people get rid of their timeshares with our legal team is such a pleasure because it's meaningful. Like, you're not just doing marketing. I've been doing marketing for 15 years, so the fact of having the opportunity to do different verticals, this is the first time I'm being in this type of position where it's a service and it's legal and it's so niche, right? That I had to really dig into understanding my consumer, my target audience, and wearing their shoes in order to do good marketing. So I feel proud of helping others, right?
So can I share, I have a personal opinion on this type of business. I think that marketing should always feel like it's empowering people, right? Mm-hmm. And if we're being honest with ourselves, your audience has been taken advantage of, right? These are people who thought they were buying the American dream, as you said, and what they've bought or what they've taken on is a huge liability. And first of all, that makes me sad because everyone deserves to get the sort of pleasures of life, which includes vacations and those sorts of things. But I can't help but feel like some of these people are being victimized by being convinced to sign on for something that they either don't understand or don't have the full implications of, right? So you understand your audience, you know what these people are up against. What do you see as your role as a CMO to reach the people who are really, I mean, we're on a boat here, so I have to say it, they need a lifeline, right? They're looking for a lifesaver, somebody to throw them that buoy. How do you feel as the marketer able to sort of take in that approach and sort of what is the purpose of the brand? Do you ever think about those sorts of things and sort of who those people are and what they're looking for from you?
100%, and that's a great question because usually marketers always make the brand or the product service the hero of the story, and that's a problem because that's not marketing. Marketing is connecting with your target audience. You don't connect by being the hero. You connect while you empower your target audience. That client, cheers, that you're helping, it's not because you're so great, it's because they have the courage of taking action. So when you say CTA, oh, call to action, it's so, like, I'm very human and I connect with people because I understand the psychology behind a consumer, which is a human. At the end of the day, humans selling to humans. It's not AI, LLMs, robots selling, not yet. That will happen. But for now, us humans need to connect with our target audience. And how do you do that? Understanding their pain points, understanding their situation, and empowering them through your storytelling. What exactly are they going through and how this service, product, person, whoever, whatever industry, it doesn't matter. In this case, for timeshare, obviously I feel empowering people that most of my target audience is 55 and plus. So it's touching because you're talking about those that bought a timeshare, but then you're talking about their families, the younger generation, where they're literally getting this asset, which is a liability, without them wanting it.
It sounds like you're making the victims into the heroes.
Exactly. And you always need, that's the 101 of marketing. I've heard so many marketers talking about, oh, because our product, our service are saving lives and this and that. And the reality is, no, people are taking action. When they are taking action, your target audience, who's the hero of the story? Them.
I think that some of the most valuable things we can learn in life don't cost a thing, and dignity is one of those things. Mm-hmm. And I think companies like yours and the work that you do is giving people that dignity that has been taken from them, frankly.
True.
So
And it feels good.
Tell me about how you reach these people, and I know you work with dignity, you work with respect. So tell me how you reach them and sort of some of the things you're doing to engage them and educate them and help them understand that this isn't a dead end, that there is a way out.
So the way we reach out to our target audience and helping our clients, it's pretty much different. It's an omni-channel solution that we have a strategy in place where we have different channels. We do social, believe it or not, a lot of those people are on social looking for help because it's not just the ad, it's the stories. It's literally going through storytelling where other timeshare owners are looking for answers.
Sure.
And that's what we're engaging. We're engaging in the conversation. How can we help? There's a solution, and we are those that actually ACA group stands for America's Consumer Advocacy because we are there for our timeshare owner.
You're behind them on their side.
Correct, on their side.
So can I ask a sort of technical question? Because the way that a lot of people for a long time, everyone, were able to get answers on the internet is through Google, right? They ask questions. Have you seen a change? And you mentioned it's a 55 plus audience, so I'm honestly curious. Is that 55 plus audience on LLMs and other like ChatGPT? Are they asking, and are you seeing a shift from Google over to those LLMs? Like, how do I get out of this timeshare?
100%. Nowadays, you're taking, yes, a 55 and plus audience that you will think they're not tech savvy, but the reality, if they have kids, they will ask, and they love the LLMs, like let's say ChatGPT, Gemini, you name it. They're asking questions on voice, and they love it. They actually engage so much that there's a case study about it where they were saying that they won't text like the prompt, they will actually have a conversation with the LLMs, and that's so hilarious for me because it's like entertainment for them. Imagine an old person, like an older person, like having a conversation with a robot, with an LLM. Like,
I'm laughing because I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead, please do it.
I'm laughing because my kids think that Siri and especially Alexa is like another member of my family. So
mine too.
And they test. So I know you have two boys. I have two little girls, and I just had a son on Christmas. And my girls will not only talk to Alexa, but they'll have conversations where Alexa's learning about them. They say, Alexa, ask me my favorite color. Alexa, ask me what my favorite thing is to do. And then later they quiz her and they say, I'm Joey. Alexa, what is Joey's favorite color? And they make sure that she gets it right. So this is a real relationship. I know that it's a weird thing that they're communicating with the LLM, but first of all, it's cool
but it's good to be engaging with what is the future now, because it's not the future in 10 years, it's literally now, and teaching your kids about understanding technology as a tool. And yes, it could be entertaining, but at the same time, the limits of how many hours, like how much you can use it and for what, and explain to them. My kids as well, they love my Lexo, that's the name of my LLM.
You're so right. And honestly, I've been thinking about sort of the common theme of this, and maybe the overall narrative here that we should be paying attention to is it just feels good to be listened to.
Yes.
It feels good when especially when you're in trouble. You know, I'm a Midwest boy, I've been around, but I'm a Midwest boy at heart. And when you feel like somebody understands what you're going through, that feels like the huge step that every business has a really hard time taking, frankly. Because of course every business wants our money, of course every business wants us to invest in them, but personally, I want somebody who understands what I'm going through and the struggles that I'm facing. And I'm fine giving my money to a company that understands those things and has solutions to those problems. 100%. And it feels like your company and ACA and the work that you're doing does that. Do you take pride in that?
A lot. Everything I do, every project I work on is because I'm passionate about what I'm doing. If not, I prefer not even touching it. That's like my mindset. If I'm doing something, I give it all. I treat brands as my children. So every time, even the projects, I call every project in the company. We have, a lot of AI stuff that we're having as a tool, and obviously helping us to create more business, because marketing is about revenue and being the engine of the company. We want to be obviously always into new things, and change is transformation for companies. So I always call every project, for example, the AI tool that we are creating, as my baby, and I put them names. Like, I have names for each of my projects. That's how passionate I am with everything I do. And of course, ACA Group has been an amazing, already a year. So I come from the telecom, I come from Stanley Black & Decker, having my own agency for 8 years before becoming a mom. And any industry, at the end of the day, it's about understanding your consumer. If you have the human touch, the understanding of asking the right questions, that's another thing. Like, you're doing a podcast, and I come from the radio and TV as well, but in Spanish. So asking the right questions will make you good at whatever you do, in the social aspect, in the business, family. Like, if you ask your wife or your kids what they want, sometimes guys are very, let's put it, simple on their way of doing things. You're laughing, but it's true.
Yeah, guys are
and
simple.
You need to tell them.
My wife would agree with that, yeah.
Women are more complicated, so you need to kind of read minds. But in the good communication and effective communication, it all goes well.
So the reason I think optimism is important is it's not about saying that everything's great. It's about believing that things will get better. And I think your business does that. I think people in a really tough spot can look to you, and instead of seeing a dead end, they see a light at the end of the tunnel, right?
True.
And so my last question for you, as a marketer,
Okay.
what makes you optimistic about this industry overall, and maybe reassures you that you're in the right industry, or what makes you feel like, man, this is something I want to be a part of for a long time, and maybe things are going to get even better than this?
There's a huge world full of creativity, of different cultures, and that's what marketing is so important, because it doesn't matter if you speak English, Spanish, French, Hebrew, you name it. The reality is you are able to connect with people with simple things, understanding each other, maybe signs, maybe even music. Like, culture is about the artistic way of communication.
Simple human truths, I agree.
So you're able to scale businesses, you're able to help people, you're able to really make a good living with something that is helping people. No?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're here and about.
You're on a better side of it than I am, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the vision, that's important. So one of the aspects I always tell people, that no matter the position you are today, it is understanding the vision. If you're a visionary and you understand where you want to get, it's like a GPS. If you just start, driving, and you're driving and you don't even know where you're going, you might be having a good journey. I'm not saying you're gonna not have fun. You could have fun. But when you understand where you're going and you have the vision clear of, this is the location I want to be at, it's simpler.
Makes the whole journey clearer, yeah.
Yes, and it could be longer, your trip. It could have ups and downs. It's fine. That's life. It's a roller coaster. It's not like literally everything perfect and you're gonna arrive in the specific ETA that the GPS is telling you. By the way, that's something I learned in this week, which I've been involved with so many CMOs from big companies, and they are all older than I am. I'm 35 years old, and they were like, "Oh, Abigail, you have an impressive career, and you've been CMO and working in 500 Fortune companies and this and that, and huge clients. How you're so desperate and hungry," because they can see it.
Ambition.
And ambition, like, slow it down.
No, don't.
I don't know. I kind of like that advice.
You mean to sort of stop and smell the roses?
It's more like understanding that not because you're running and rushing, that means that you're gonna get to your destination faster. Because you can get into an accident and then it's gonna delay.
Or instead of focusing only on the journey, you kind of forget to enjoy the ride.
Correct. There you go.
Thank you so much, Abigail, for joining me. This is Dan Lascarbo from Iris North America with the Optimist Brief. Till next time, thank you.